Hi. Been a lovely day today. It's coming out 3 o'clock. Some wonderful skies going by at the moment. Showers are promised, but I'm looking out of my window and I can just see some glorious clouds against blue and dark. It's just beautiful. It's tipping down somewhere. And 26th of February, and I had my first barbecue. I went out and got some trout. It was so nice. I got my bit of charcoal out from that was still in my little charcoal holder from last year. Really nice. We had them inside though. I had to do the barbecue away from the house because next door's had their washing on the line, so I didn't want to muck that up. Anyway, here we go. Another mountain scene, wet in wet. I've sketched in some houses here, some buildings in the landscape because they give scale to everything, and I've blotted them out with a bit of masking fluid because I want to coat the whole paper with water, but I don't want the water to go on there. And I've also put along here, there's I've put a bit of a wall in there. I've just put some little dots of it, so we'll see what happens. I've got my hake, some mountains here, a bit of distance, and some warmer colours here. Sort of a spring, winter to spring scene, some trees here. So I'll wet the paper all over, and I've also squeezed out just a little bit of Prussian blue onto my palette. I'm going to be very careful how I use this, but I wanted just to see what it does with the burnt sienna and the burnt umber. See what sort of darks, rich darks it makes. And I dare say by the end of the painting I'll have removed it from the palette yet again. I've never really got on with it, but it crops up so many times with other artists, because I work from other artists as well. Great watercolour painters, and I'm talking mostly English or British because I know them. There's David Bellamy. Roland Hilder dead, Edward Weston late, Rod Ranson still going, Ray Campbell Smith, Fletcher Watson. These are great English watercolourists. Well, Rod Ranson devised the technique of using all the student quality wetting wet and the hake, made it very popular. So I'm going to use some raw sienna and go over. Because the warm air is established, you can use a little bit of light red on there as well, I think, just to streak it in. And I'll go over all of this with the same sort of mix, all over that. Warm the landscape up, and I'm going to put in some ultramarine with a bit of light red mixed in. Because my board is about 30 degrees, probably, yeah, about 30 degrees. The blue and the red separate. So we just put those in there. I'll just put a bit more blue in across the top here. Okay. That will do. Let's just put a bit more blue just coming down to here. Right, we'll show now because the paint is running down a little bit. I give an impression that there's some rain coming. Now a bit of alizarin, it's a bit of burnt sienna, a bit of blue. Let's put in some distant mountains coming down, and warm it up a little bit as we come down towards the background here. And we'll do the same over here, maybe just a little bit darker. Right, that'll do. There's some darker bits in there just to warm it up. just see what happens to it really. And I'll just drag that down into there, because I'm going to go over that with some now be careful, because there's a pathway going down there. I'm going to have to clean that out a little bit. Some warmer colour in here. Okay, now just focus the background here. I think I'll put just a bit of light blue in. Oops, don't know what that is. Just show that in there. Right, just let that merge. Now I'm just going to just lift out some of this here, because my path is just clean. Dry the brush off a little bit and just lift out some colour. Right, okay, now I'll reclip the paper. Seem to have lots of bits and pieces over there, don't know what they are. Anyway, just dry that off the bottom. Right, give that a bit of a dry now. That all looks a little bit insipid at the moment. Now with my number 6 nylon, I'm going to put in some background trees. Now I'm going to use this burnt umber. Most of these are student quality, but the Prussian blue that I added is artist quality. So you can see how strong it is, look. But I'm modifying it with this burnt umber. So I want it dark, but I want like a greeny dark. So I'm just going to put that over there. Right, that's a bit there out of it. So we can just carry on over here. And this will be a bit stronger, a bit browner as well. Just add a bit of lemon yellow, so I think. See what colour that makes. Oh, it's alright there. It's such a strong colour. Right, okay, that will do for that for the moment. We can probably put in a little bit darker stuff here. I'm not in any rush. I will just get some stronger paint in there. Right, okay. Now we'll do some over this side. Try and leave some air going through. Right, okay, let's see. Add to that. Now that's dry brushing okay at the moment. Right, so let's come down there and we've got, well, put a little bit, well that's it, we'll just put a little bit along this path. Lost and found. And that, just bring that across here. Right. Now I suppose I could put in some pines. Just a little bit of info. It's a bit, I've got this, my number 12. You've seen me use this one before, but I'm finding with some of this this shiny varnish, it comes off when the brush gets wet. It comes off, starts to peel off. This one just started, so I've gone over that with some acrylic varnish, which is waterproof and it dries very quickly. It's still a little bit tacky, but I'm going to see what happens to that. There's nothing worse than grabbing your brush and finding that half the varnish has come off. It feels not very good. This one's starting to go, but I'm going to paint that as well before I pack up this afternoon. Right, let's just get some of those bits off. Right, I reckon probably a little bit of texture on here, but not a lot. I'll use this brush, this number 10, and I'll just dry brush. I'll just a little bit of detail going on here. I'm just using the sides of the brush to do this. It just needs something on it. Look, it's just needs a little bit of detail in there, but nothing very distinct. Look, that just gives that a little bit of character there now. Now the thing is, David, stop when you're ahead. We'll just put a little bit going up there. And just coming out down there. Right, that'll do. No more than that, probably just overdone that. Right, okay. So that's added a little bit to there. Before I take the fluid off, I'm going to put some texture in this landscape here. So I want a bit of burnt umber, a bit of red, a bit of water, burnt umber, just add some nice texture in here. And then we'll have a bit warmer. We'll add a bit of Payne's Greater to that there. But I want the fairly dry brush on this. Path coming down there. Get some warmer notes in there, bit of raw sienna mixed with the red. Just trying to create a foreground of grassy sort of stuff there. Alright, let's get it a bit darker now. Now the rocky landscape here, so I'll put in some some rocks in here. Okay. I'll get my plastic card, which is here, or you could use a painting knife. We're just carving some. It doesn't take off enough, does it? It needs to be a bit harder than that. So. Just enough to make it look as if we've got some rocks in there. Right, that'll do, that's quite good. Right, that gives an appearance of rocks. Now we'll do the same on the other side, but we've got a bit of a sort of a cloud shadow, so let's use a bit of alizarin in there. Bit of alizarin, bit of blue, a bit of umber. And a bit of sienna, just to merge in with that. Just trying to keep it nice and a nice variety along that path. So a bit of dark along there. Bit of blue in there. Some blue over there as well. Bring those two sides together. The back of the hake is lovely for this. Right, I'll let that dry because I'm going to do something, a bit of dry brush in the path here. Might even put a little man in there. Right, let's give that a dry. Now I do need to put some texture in here. That is just a little bit, well, it needs a bit of something, doesn't it? It needs a bit of a lift there. Right, let's just put in a bit of a bush or two here. Just use the hake for this. Just a little bit of detail. Just using bits of the hake, just to texture. Oh, okay, that'll do for that. And we can just bring some colour back into these. Right, let's remove the masking fluid. And that gets that nice and clean along there, look. Whoops, don't know what that was. Right, so let's with my little brush here, I'll put in some roof colours. Now this is going to be done very, very sort of gently. It's just a little bit of light red. Just vary the colours a little bit. These are big stone tiles, leave a little bit of white showing. And leave a bit of the now under that I can put in some shadow underneath. Come down there, that one. Okay, so let's get the roof on the other one. We'll have that slate, so that'd be sort of warmish blue. Right, get a nice bit of dark along there. Of course here, sorry if I'm masking you. Coming down there. Now, a bit of stone work, but very, very faint. Now this near the light. Right, okay. That'll do. A bit of wall. Put the roof in. Clean that blue as well. And then we've got the shadow underneath. And then same across the other side with this one here. This is sort of more of a barny sort of. Right, so put in some nice darks there. I think burnt umber, burnt sienna and grey, Payne's grey. Just put these doors in. Just putting in this the side by strengthening up the trees there so that edge of that shows up. Quite strong colours in these doors and windows, etc. Lost and found. And then we need stone colour again. And that side will be the same, but if I bring that around the corner, that same shape, and we could go to lights again. Put a warm corner on it. Right. Oops. Right, so this is, because the lights were coming this way, so I'll let that dry. I'll put some shadow in here. Although it's a bit far away, but we'll put it in when we can. Just right, okay. Put a bit of texture on here. Not a lot, just daubing the side of the brush here and there, just. Well, nothing really, just to show something going on there. Now I'll just put a bit of shadow on one side of these chimney stacks there as to go over there. Shadow there. Right, I can't do much more there. Just add a little bit of stone colour, sienna, bit of light red, and a bit of palette grey. So we just dab some stones along here. It's so far away you can't really see that. I was going to put in some. Was I? Let's just change the shape there, that's a little bit. Right, that'll do there. I don't really want to do much more than that. I think that's strong. I've played maybe some darker, some more dark. So that's a bit of burnt umber, bit of the blue, bit of alizarin. Right, let's just come up here with these. Maybe just a bit more detail in here. Right, okay, I'll give that a signature. And then my houses are not particularly great. I'm sort of working from the side, as it's shown us. It's just right, signature. Oh, I know what I was going to do. A bit of dry brush, wasn't I? I don't really want that to look like a stream, because it's not. Lovely. Right, signature. Right, now I'll put that in a mount. See what we've done. Then if it's good enough, we'll upload it and we'll give it a title. Right, there we go. Let's just come up a little bit with that. Well, there we are. It's a simple mountain scene. I'm standing back to have a little look at it. Maybe it could do with a little more strength in the buildings, but I've tried to show distance as well. The distance, the sky, the background, wetting wet, the rain coming down over these hills, and a bit of foreground. I probably could do a little bit more with the rigger, but I'm going to let that go. The buildings give scale to the size of the hills behind, which was or the mountains behind, which was the idea. Just a few an outbuilding here, or a little bit of a barn, probably out of scale when I look at it now. No, well that's the house, the main house. That's a sort of a barn. This is a barn. Yeah, that's okay. Thanks for watching. Let's zoom in and you can see a bit more what I've done here. That's not very good, but it will be okay. I'll put in some detail along that horizon there, and my foreground I've added those rocks and the path and that sort of a wall over there and some scrubby trees. I don't think I can do much more to it than that. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.